If you had told me many years ago that I would be a part of a Las Vegas residency showdown with my wife, I would have probably laughed, ordered another drink, and asked what in the world you were talking about. However, I am now aware that this is exactly what is happening. We are, however, here. Fans are unable to get enough of the friendly competition that Gwen and I have created between ourselves in the realm of ticket sales. Las Vegas, with its bright lights and large crowds, is the setting for this competition. At this moment, allow me to make something clear right away. This is not some kind of dramatic competition that involves tension behind the scenes or awkward dinners at home. The experience is giving us a lot of joy. However, if I were to say that I do not take pleasure in checking those ticket numbers a little bit more frequently than I normally do, I would be lying. The majority of my career has been spent traveling across the United States, performing in venues ranging from arenas to stadiums and everything in between. Vegas, on the other hand, has always been a unique and memorable place to perform. In this city, there is something about stepping onto a stage that makes you feel like you are a part of something bigger, louder, and possibly more personal, all at the same time. As soon as I signed up for my residency, I was aware that it would be the beginning of a new one. What I did not anticipate was that Gwen would be present, bringing the energy that she brings to her residency and turning it into a playful competition to see who can fill more seats. A house that is half separated. At home, we engage in non-stop joking about it. During our time away from the stage, you might anticipate that we will restrict our conversations about music. However, this is not how our lives actually function. All around us, there is always music. It never really shuts off, whether it's writing, rehearsing, or just listening to new tracks. It constantly is doing something. Therefore, it was only natural that the teasing would begin almost immediately after both of us arrived in Las Vegas to take up residences. I remember looking at Gwen and saying, "Well, I hope you're ready to see whose fans show up more." I was incredibly excited about this. At the same time that she was laughing, she retorted by telling me not to become overly comfortable. This has been the case ever since it occurred. During our time together, we will make sure to check in on each other's shows, inquire about the progress of ticket sales, and act as if we are not keeping score. Believing me, however, we are. The fact of the matter is that the fact that we respect each other's work prevents it from ever becoming serious. Gwen has established a career that spans decades, and the support she receives from her fans is among the most devoted I've ever seen. At each and every one of her performances, she exudes an extraordinary amount of energy that permeates the entire atmosphere. The experience of watching her perform is still like being a witness to a miracle. On the other hand, I am aware of the contributions that I make to the stage. Fans of country music are fervent, and they certainly don't pass up an opportunity to show up and sing along with the music. Las Vegas provides us both with the opportunity to pursue our passions, and it is a win-win situation for both of us to see the number of tickets sold increase because of our participation. This place is just like home. I will freely admit that when I first started considering a residency, I was uncertain about how it would compare to having a touring career. I've always had a passion for traveling. There is something about moving from one city to another and experiencing different crowds every night that keeps you on your toes while you are traveling. A residency is not the same thing. You are rooted in one location, constructing something stable, and it is almost like you are planting roots. Las Vegas, on the other hand, has a way of making it feel new every single night. This venue attracts people from all over the world as its audience. At some point, you find yourself performing in front of Texas fans who have been following your music for many years. On the following evening, you will have people from other countries who are witnessing your live performance for the very first time. Because of this mix, the energy is kept high and the shows remain exciting. In my opinion, the residency presents an opportunity to produce something that is a little bit more refined than a typical tour stop. Every aspect of the production, including the lighting and the sound, has been fine-tuned to precisely accommodate our preferences. And each and every time I take the stage, I have the sensation that I'm delivering something unique to the audience that they cannot get anywhere else. Knowing that Gwen is doing the same thing across town, of course, adds an additional layer of motivation to the situation. It's possible that I don't always say it out loud, but I do want my shows to be distinguishable from others. I've always approached performing in this manner, and it is not just because of the competition that I'm thinking about. You provide people with a night that they will never forget. The friendly rivalry is kept alive by fans. Among the various groups of people who have shown a significant amount of interest in this ticket sales competition, the fans are the most prominent. They adore it too. I will receive messages from fans informing me that they merely purchased tickets to my show in order to assist me in remaining in the lead. It is then that I will witness Gwen's supporters performing the same action for her. Occasionally, couples will travel to Las Vegas and split their nights there. I have them at my show one evening, and then the next night they are at hers. A number of fans have even informed me that they make it a full weekend event, attending both residencies and comparing their experiences with one another. This is the kind of support that turns the whole thing into something that is enjoyable rather than stressful. Even though we have made jokes about installing a scoreboard in our house, the truth is that we do not require one. When both venues are packed with people and you can feel the excitement from the crowd, that is the true feeling of victory. When a large number of fans show up, it serves as a reminder to me of the reasons I began performing at the gigs in the first place. The marriage and the music people are always curious about how we manage to keep our careers and marriages in such a busy state. The response is not overly complicated. They are there for each other. Both of us have been working in this field for a sufficient amount of time to comprehend the requirements, the timetables, and the pressure that are associated with it. When Gwen has a major performance coming up, I will be there to cheer her on. Whenever I am getting ready for a performance, she is doing the same thing for another person. That is simply the way that we conduct business. The competition for ticket sales is entertaining, but it does not interfere with the support that is being provided. The fact that we are able to go through this period of our lives together is something that we have even discussed. The opportunity to share an experience like this with one's partner is not available to everyone. Having the opportunity to simultaneously build our residencies and perform in Las Vegas alongside one another is a rare occurrence. This one-of-a-kind opportunity is special to us. When we get home at the end of the day, it is not about who sold more tickets. That is not the problem. How the shows went, how the fans responded, and whether or not we both had a good time on stage are all important factors to consider. That is the most important takeaway. How the casino industry works, residency opportunities in Las Vegas have emerged as a significant component of the music industry from a commercial point of view. A legacy act is no longer the only one who can use them. Artists working in a variety of fields are beginning to recognize the importance of establishing a home base for their performances. It provides fans with a destination, something upon which they can base their plans. The fact that I am a part of that shift is very exciting to me. Fans are able to experience a show that has been crafted with care and attention to detail, and I am able to connect with them in a consistent manner. We have given careful consideration to each and every video set list and moment that takes place on stage. In point of fact, experiencing a sense of fulfillment is brought about by the rise in the number of tickets sold. This indicates that people are still interested in listening to the music and being a part of the experience. Such a response is energizing and stimulating. Take a look ahead. I can't wait to see how this friendly competition plays out as the residency continues. I'm looking forward to it. It's possible that Gwen will get ahead by 1 week. Perhaps I will be the next one. The fans who get to experience two completely different shows from two artists who happen to share a life off stage are the ones who end up being the true winners in this scenario. At some point in the future, we have discussed the possibility of working together on something truly remarkable, such as a surprise collaboration or a performance together. Despite the fact that we have not yet made any final decisions, the possibility of showcasing our talents on the stage in Las Vegas in an unconventional manner is something that we are very interested in. We will continue to excel in our respective fields until that time comes, and once that time comes, we will let the fans decide who is deserving of the right to take home the bragging rights. If you had asked me many years ago where I saw myself at this point in my career, I'm not sure that competing in a residency competition in Las Vegas with my wife would have been my first answer. Nevertheless, life has a peculiar way of taking you by surprise. I've also learned to welcome those unexpected occurrences. After performing in Las Vegas, I was reminded of the reasons why I enjoy making music, the opportunity to create memories that people will remember long after the lights have gone down, the connection with the crowd and the energy of the moment are all important aspects of the experience. It is only through the act of sharing this chapter with Gwen that it becomes even more significant. There is a possibility that we will make jokes about the sales of tickets and act as if we are keeping track of the score. However, the reality is that we are both the winners. As a result of being surrounded by devoted fans, we are able to pursue our passions in one of the most exciting cities in the world. And what if I end up selling a few more tickets than Gwen does when it comes to this week? It's possible that I'll bring it up during dinner. One time only. It's possible twice.